This lens came out 4 years ago and I completely ignored it, which is funny because over the last few weeks, it hasn't left my camera. Ew. I like it. A few years ago, I would have called this lens boring. A zoom lens, f2.8, 20 to 40 millimeters. Nothing about that would have excited me. Back then, I was thinking mostly like a photographer. I love longer focal lengths, blurry backgrounds, and isolating the subject from everything around them. But over the last year, I've been making more videos than photos. And somewhere along the way, my priorities started to change. This is a Tamron 20 to 40 millimeter 2.8, and I think after carrying it around for the last few weeks, I think I finally figured out who this lens is for. This is my hair before my haircut. If it gets ruined, this will be the last moments. Oh, yeah. This is Rasal's hair. He is also going to get a haircut today.
Whoa, so much better on your count.
Yeah. Whoa. It's nice having a wide lens now. I don't need a switch just to get us in the frame.
Yeah.
And we can get both of us in the frame instead of it being like this. For the longest time, I thought I was a prime lens person. Even when I got the Nikon ZR, the 40mm f2 was my favorite lens. Most of my photo and video naturally ended up being in that focal length anyways. And honestly, if you look at my videos now, most of it still is. Whenever I wanted something wider, I switched to 14mm, get the shot, then switch back. After a while, I realized I was thinking more about the lens than I was actually taking photo and video. I was thinking about trying not to drop the lens during a swap, trying not to get dust on my sensor, or looking for my back lens cap in my bag. These are little things, but they add up, especially when you're trying to enjoy where you are. What's funny is I've actually owned wide lens zooms before. Back when I was shooting Canon, I was shooting on the 15 to 35 2.8, but that lens was never an everyday lens. I mostly used it for client shoots and interior shots. And for that, it was fantastic. And maybe Canon users won't like this, but some of the lenses
feel like actual Canons.
They were amazing tools, but they weren't lenses I wanted to carry around all day. This feels completely different, not because the image quality is magically better. It's just my everyday setup, and I think that matters more than anything. One thing I realize is I think I don't use zoom lenses like a normal person. Most of the time, I'm on one end or the other. I'm trying to show environment, or I'm trying to capture the details. So instead of thinking about this as a 20 to 40, it's more like a 20 and a 40 prime built into one lens. And that's the big reason why it works out so well for me. The thing that surprised me the most wasn't the 40mm end. I already knew I liked 40mm. It was how useful the 20mm ended up being. It's kind of cool. I don't know if I need the 14mm. 20 is wide enough. When I'm documenting my life, I don't want to just show the thing. I want to show where I am. Coffee shops, the street, the kitchen, the walks. Marcel and I, we always eat the corner pieces. We cheat. Oh, pretty good. Technically, this is also an edge piece. You know what? I made this. I'm gonna eat it. I'm hungry. I made this. I made this. I deserve this. And because it's not as wide as 14mm, it still feels pretty natural. A lot of the time, it feels like the difference between showing an object and showing a story.
Cheers. I wonder if we should have a plate that's just like done.
For a while, I thought about getting the 24 to 70. Everybody uses that lens. But the more I thought about how I actually shoot, I would probably spend my time around 40 or 50 in that lens anyways. What I really wanted wasn't more reach, it was more context. For the videos I make, 20mm feels more useful than 70 would have been. Another thing I've been using way more than expected is the close focusing distance. Most people think about wide lenses for landscapes or establishing shots. I've been using it almost the opposite way, getting really close to something while still seeing everything around it. A cup of coffee, camera, food, things around the house, even soba. Get it. That's my dog. Oh, you did it! So good. The result feels really immersive because you see the subject and you still see the environment around them. Some of my favorite shots lately come from getting way closer than I would normally with any other wide lens. And it's also been fun using it for POV shots because the movement feels dynamic without looking overly distorted. One detail I appreciate is the lens is actually its smallest at 40mm. That may sound like a weird thing to mention, but since 40mm is where I spend most of my time, it feels like I'm carrying a compact prime lens. Then whenever I want more context, I just zoom back to 20. No lens swap, no digging through my bag, just one quick adjustment and I'm good to go. And lately I've been using the Freewell magnetic ND filter for this setup. It's nice.
That's so fancy.
It is so fancy. Wasn't expecting to get something this nice.
Wow.
Whoa. Since I bounce back between both photo and video throughout the day, being able to remove the magnetic ND filter quickly has been so convenient. It's one of those small quality of life things that just makes the setup so much easier. Now, is it as small as my 40mm? No. Is it as light as my 14mm? Also no. But it's replacing both of them. Unless someone invents a 18-300 1.8 pancake lens, every lens is a compromise. For me, carrying a little bit more weight is better than carrying multiple lenses. One unexpected thing is this lens actually changed the bag that I carry. Because I've been bringing only one lens with me now, I moved back to carrying a smaller camera bag. And the smaller the bag gets, the more likely I'm going to bring it around. I don't think this is the perfect lens. There are smaller lenses and there are sharper lenses. There are lenses with more character, and there are definitely more exciting lenses than this. But lately I found myself caring less about having the perfect lens, and more about having a lens that's just ready to go. A few years ago I would have looked at this lens and immediately dismissed it. Not wide enough, not long enough, not fast enough, not interesting enough. But the more videos I make, the more I realize those are the wrong questions. The question isn't whether a lens could do everything. It's whether it maximizes the chances that the camera leaves the house with you. And for me, that's exactly what this lens has done. Thanks for watching.
Mm.